No long intro today as there is no time. Okay, it's already into the weekend league. It's not Friday. We just need to just show you tactics straight away. Alright, so we're going through all four today. Ultra defensive haven't covered in ages. Ultra attacking haven't covered in ages either. They are untouched. The 4-4-2 does have a few changes to it, and the 4-1-2-1-2 now also remains untouched. Just to give you guys a little insight, we're going to go through all four one by one, starting with ultra defensive. So let's go. Are you fed up of coming against God Squad game in and game out?
What?
If so, make sure to head over to u7buy.com using the link in the description below. And don't forget to use code RAN at checkout for an extra little discount. So, ultra defensive, nothing too crazy. Pretty standard stuff all around. You got your drop back. Width, obviously, you're not going to change that at all. Depth, we're dropping down to 30. So you do sit very, very deep. Be careful of conceding finish shots from the edge of the box. Little play style, build up possession, we're just holding the ball. Time wasting. Easy. With 50, you can put it up, but you're already playing the 4-2-3-1 second variation. So you already got the left and right mid. It's already very, very wide formation. So you don't need to increase the width. Let's box low. You don't want people going there. Corners and free kicks 1-1. This is how we're lining up in game. Essentially just your fastest, strongest player striker means Mbappe, and then just anybody else kind of what way you'd expect them to be. Nothing too complicated there. Striker, we have nothing on them, just balance. Don't have comeback on defense because you actually want him to kind of be an outlet, because otherwise you'll just get team pressed and you'll have nobody to pass to. But then Neymar, just come back on defense, nothing else. Just want him back in midfield. Basically he'll slot in as essentially another center mid. He goes in between like your two CDMs and it becomes like a 5 in midfield. Right mid, just come back in defense, nothing too crazy. CDMs stay back, cover center. Now the left mid is kind of an interesting one. This only works if really you have somebody tall. So I have Henry, got an 85 heading accuracy, 6'2". His jumping isn't crazy, but he's good enough in the air. And if you have this available to you, you're going to put on target man. Somebody like Ginola, Ronaldo, these sort of guys work as well. But basically you want to just put on target man on them as well as to come back in defense, and whenever you win the ball back, you just hold square or X on Xbox to lob it over to them and they'll win that header, and it gives you kind of that outlet ball, because obviously if you're using this you are getting team pressed. Now as for the back four, stay back while attacking, nothing too crazy at all. So let's get into the updated 4-4-2 next. So you'll see all this stuff remains the same, but there's a few little instructions differences. So pretty self-explanatory. Direct passing is the key to this formation, of course, with what the AI does. Very, very effective. At striker, we've added stay central on both of these. Really, I didn't like whenever they would touch out wide a little bit and get near the left and right mids. I need everybody kind of in their position, so we've gone ahead and put stay central on that to stop that happening. Obviously to come back on defense just for that kind of extra defensive help that you kind of need in a 4-4-2, because it's not exactly a great defensive formation. Right mid, you got come back on defense, come short as always, but I've added stay on the edge for cross, just because once again you want your left and right mid kind of picking the ball out wide and then passing it into your strikers. You don't want them kind of doing it all, going too far forward or getting caught offside and stuff. You need them to be able to receive the ball because there is no cam in this formation, so kind of use your right and left mids as the second last person. You're going to go through them before you ultimately get it into your strikers. Obviously you can play from center mid into striker if that opportunity does present itself. Over left mid, we've got the exact same. Center mids kind of got a similar thing here. We've once again added standard box. Direct passing coupled with a high attacking work rate like somebody like Awa has. What can happen is they can end up in the box. Kind of messes everything up, and ultimately it just fills up the box. You lose the ball, then Awa's out of position. You have one center mid with basically a Fofana. You've got this huge counter attack coming at you. It's just not a good time. Stay edge keeps it all in the right position. Fullbacks, so stay back as always. Nothing too extra there. Over to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. This is, as we know, a stupidly broken formation this year it's pretty ridiculous. If you guys are having any difficulty at all scoring, this is definitely the one for you, with very tight depth, high enough, fast build up, direct passing, and very narrow once again on the attack. Basically just fly at your opponent here and overwhelm them with just too many players. So this is how I line up in game. I've opted to go with Henry at striker. It's kind of for the pace. Anyway, I Cam, brilliant with the 5-star weak foot. Messi right center mid, so that I can still shoot those finesse shots and play some great true balls with him. And then just Mbappe up top as always. For the instructions, you got one on comeback and defense, get him behind. The other just balanced, get him behind. Pretty self-explanatory. Once again, you're just bombing forward. What the comeback and defense and lack of comeback and defense does is kind of separates them so they're a bit apart a little bit more. Then at Cam, can't have stay forward on. This is, if you have him on balanced, he'll actually go left mid defensively. So you defend as a 4-4-2. Your Cam will go to left mid. Your right center mid will go to right mid. So defensively, I have Neymar on the left, Messi on the right. Acts like a 4-4-2. Messi here just cover wing is pretty much the main instruction you want from that. Our is wing as well, but he will act as a center mid defensively in game, and he has to stay back. And then Fofana, cover center, stay back. It basically still just defends as that flat 4-4-2, stay back while tagging on the fullbacks. You can try balance if you want, but basically because it's fast build direct passing anyways, they already go up a bit, and if you switch it to balance, they would just bomb forward way too much, and it is not what you want personally. Ultra attacking, last but not least, this is if you're losing the game, you want to switch to this. It's pretty much your best chance at getting back into a game that you are losing. Got the counter pressure with, remember to keep it at 50. You don't want to put this up to 100 as well, because that'll just make your team way too wide. Depth, obviously we're maxing out 100, we need that ball back ASAP. Pass build up forward runs, it's the most aggressive play style that you can pretty much have offensively. Forward runs is slightly more aggressive than direct passing, if you were wondering. Then with just 50, once again, don't need to ruin that. Then the box pretty high, but not maxed out, because you still need somebody on the edge of the box, or you can't really pass it around. Clean free kicks, I've maxed, but if you want to like corner glitch or whatever, you can like knock these down. Then line up in game exactly the same as my other 4-4-2. And then when it comes to instructions, you have none, because basically you let the tactics run it. So defensively, you know, you're on that constant pressure, so no defensive tactics matter. Then offensively, you're letting the fast build up forward runs basically run your offense. If you start putting on instructions, it would kind of mess it up, so leave it balanced and you're good to go. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Going for 150 likes for these beautiful rank 1 tactics. If you guys got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.
For you